After 13 years of walking alone on this journey, studying people's behavior and what they are seeking in their lives to look superior, I have improved some areas of my life where I give priority to my freedom above everything. When you are aware of your behavior, way of living, and meaning behind your intentions to choose a certain path, and someone says you have to change or it's not acceptable, you know who the actual problem is. What people are doing to us. Because of wrong parenting and a toxic household environment, children who are raised in that system become adults, but in reality, they are stuck in an adult body who will constantly take the emotional abuse to a different level due to external support. As you already know, supply can come in all shapes and forms, such as praise, power, greed, attention. When human personality was exchanged with possessive entities, they started to hunt a child who has many life sources. They will tear your heart apart as a child, let others to do that to you, and also teach you how to allow it to happen and live with it for life. Traumatizing, huh? If you know your behavior and the way you talk are not harming anyone's life, then don't put in any effort to prove a point. There is nothing to be ashamed of, and it is not necessary to show any kind of anger to yourself when there are people who are willing to spend their time without feeling shame to watch or check who is doing what, why they are doing it. Some people will say that you have to speak out to defend something, but my point is that those who know you better don't need or expect any explanation. Some people want you to walk on the path that they showed since we were young, and we have no options at that time to come forward to point out something. But it will be different once we hit the maturity of thinking in life, when you have found your own path, which is fulfilling. Although it comes with unexplainable challenges, it still gives you happiness that makes you sleep with satisfaction in knowing something while others follow the crowd. We are living in a world where people will clip your wings and ask you to fly. I will never betray my heart to satisfy anyone who is just a character in one of our life chapters. You know what? The craziest human on this earth is a selfish person. He creates weapons in human form to constantly feed his pride. Children are forced to stay in a winning mode. Once they lose a game, they are immediately devalued. On the other hand, a teacher who understands what life means will make the kid understand that each failure is another step in achieving big success. This is the life we have been living for decades, generation after generation. You can be the reason for rewriting your bloodline history. Let me ask you this question. If a thief can tell how good another person's skill is, how long does it take for people to identify talented children? But when favoritism becomes the main focus in many places, units, groups, and systems, you cannot work with anybody and cannot mingle with anybody because you understand your value, and your self-respect makes them understand that you are not a part of them. Learn the difference. They are willing to go beyond the limit for their own satisfaction. Satisfaction comes in all shapes and forms. Watching someone cry can give them satisfaction. Abusing someone until blood came out of the body is another satisfaction. Knowing their mental torture is working on an innocent soul is a source of satisfaction. If you can feel and see someone suffering in silence, help them in the best way possible, but without losing yourself. Help them to open their eyes. These fucking coward clowns are everywhere you go. But nothing to worry about if you are not a part of their game system. Are you creative? Do you have a strong love language where everyone wants to be like you? Are you living with the mindset of an achiever? Let me make you understand this crucial point. You will be tortured constantly, like you can't understand why, and at the same time you are going to be blessed to win big in front of everyone. Hey, listen, guys, listen. Who would use another person's effort, hard work, reputation, and time for their benefit? You tell me. Only selfish people with a lack of self-respect would do this to others. Just by talking to them for 10 minutes, you can tell how they are operating and how they are reading others. Simple as that. Just by talking to a person for 10 minutes, you can catch some important points about how they are functioning, what they are seeking in their lives. Their thought process reveals their intentions as well, and their intentions will reveal about their lifestyle. I personally would say, don't trust your family members, friends or cousins. Don't share any kind of personal information about you, your plans or your projects, because you never know who has been sharing so many things about you for many years behind your back. I'm being serious now. Men and women are now making sure that others do not do better than them, either in creative projects or owning a good lifestyle. You can smell these rats even from afar. Don't let this mindset ruin your progression or the life that you have been building for many years. It doesn't matter whether they are your friends, family members or relatives. Listen, people will show up exactly at the right time when you are going to achieve something great, something badass. I understand some of you will say, oh, I'm not afraid because God is with me. Excuse me, let me be clear on this, okay? You don't even know that God or powerful realm spirits don't give everyone their protection. Have you ever experienced or felt the pain of crying for nights, feeling like a psycho? Have you felt that before? But you are not a real psycho. And that is the time you feel the most like someone is watching you. If you feel that and you still wake up the next morning, the game is not over yet. That dark entities knows exactly who to send your way to make you fail the test and restart over again. If you fall for this trap, I don't know what else to say. It took years for you to recover, rebuild, and heal yourself from all kinds of betrayal, pain, humiliation, trauma, and now you're going to make the same mistake again? Never give a second chance to a person who plays with your mental health. It can be anyone, and if you want to entertain the past situation, then you are saying to them that you can treat me more worse this time. All these mind games, disrespectful behaviors, and insults will happen to you as long you allow them to happen. Being in the wrong environment, stuck in a circumstances that you shouldn't be in, all this going to take away your life source. I broke the family generational curse at the age of 18. I was living a stupid rich lifestyle at the age of 21. A life that many want to feel and experience without knowing the dark side. God gave me everything I dreamed of at a young age, and He took it away just like that. And He opened my eyes exactly the moment I tried to attempt suicide. That's the day I knew Him. I was raised by narcissistic parents and I'm the black sheep of the family. Or not just that, and also labeled as a family disappointment for not accepting the image they are trying to display. Everyone avoids me as I start to rip their mask by being true to my purpose. God watch over all of us. He has the right spirit to knock on your door with gift and abilities that has written on your name. But you must show through your behavior that you are living for yourself and guide others to find their true self as well. Ten years ago, I didn't even know I could paint. Today I'm a painter, and I have stronger faith than any morons who speak ill over my artistic life. The real dreamy life is there for you, but you have to show respect to yourself to identify your gifts. Building a character is easy, but the commitment part is hard. If people in your environment constantly create blockages to hinder your progress, your fiery character and gift will be revealed to you as soon as you show real good changes. That's a game changer. Plan your moves well, strategize everything. Don't share with anybody, just play along. And one more thing, keep an eye on people who show up when something great starts to happen in your life. You don't have to think too much about cutting the ties if there is no value or respect given to you. Simple as that. One more thing, there is no room for backhanded compliments as well. Now, you can tell me it's not good to be cold towards people. Well, can you get another life if you lose yourself? I'm asking you this. Can you get another life if you lose yourself? It's not about your self-love or whether your boundaries aren't strong enough. And that's why we attract people who are influenced by dark, disgusting entities. There are some clowns who love to test whether the current is still running through or not, even though when the warning sign is big enough to read, do not touch. You see, sometimes people love to play with our emotional mentality just to ruin our day, our joyful mood, so that we won't do the work that we should do, that we must do. Why you must let your health decline when others who cause pain can enjoy their life? What about cutting every single supply that you are providing? Attention is also supply, not just love. Attention is supply too. You guys, you know very well. I understand it's easier to say than do, but if you make 10% changes in your behavior of living and doing something, it's going to brush off the dust automatically. Make sure you are clear about what you want in your life and what you are seeking in a friendship or partnership. If you are clear, you will never fall for any trap because you are not greedy for temporary shiny stuff. This is what weakens the tricky people because their tactics don't work with strong characters like you. Okay, you can be lovable, but at the same time, don't be blind. Simple as that. Enough of what you have done for others. It's time for your new self, a new lifestyle, and new friends who truly know what love, time, and respect mean. I know it's easier to say than do, but we are not alone because you can hear the voice of another survivor. Come on guys, 13 years. You think it's normal? It's easy? No. Karma has a unique way to torture those who choose to do wrong by knowing it's a wrong act and intention. As soon as you open your eyes, karma will get ready to function, but you can't see it. One scary thing about karma is that He torments people daily and plays with their life, with their mental health, with their physical health in a miserable way that you can't even see with your eyes open. These people are empty inside, but the public image that they are displaying makes them think they hold power. In actuality, they know they are zero. And if they never dim your light, crush your spirit, you are going to write a remarkable story for your own reputation. Don't ever be afraid to show your true self, because if your intention is right, God will walk by your side and you have nothing to lose. Guys, do you know what? There are people who act powerfully once upon a time, ruining people's life. Today, people are praying to God for the first time in hospital beds. Do not ever get excited or feel happy when someone who did you wrong ended up like in a terrible situation, like a situation that nobody can reverse or save that particular person anymore. Just thank God that He watched you, saw you in tears many nights, and heard your prayers. Who caused you to cry many nights, your situation, and many other things that you can't even translate into words, even if it's possible. Whoever plays with someone's freedom by showing the temporary power they have, they are going to pay for something that they never thought could happen. Have you seen people do all kinds of wrong stuff when the time was good for them? Then 5 years later, you hear from somebody else, they are only counting how many days left for them to say a final goodbye. How is that? One thing I love about God is that He lets a person choose the devil path and watch him ruin someone's life. But what you missed understanding is that He also gives the person an unreversible illness that particular person has to deal with when the time comes. On the other hand, the innocent child who got abused for being a lovable person, who always gifted with a life that could make people envious. Today, a life of no drama and fulfilled with peace is more expensive to have. Disgusting entities who live in a human form can't afford it with their fake personalities. Do you think nature is less powerful than humans? What they are eating is also created by nature. And nature knows how to heal you and kill you without any evidence left behind. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please leave a comment whether you experience any of this. See you in my next video. Thank you very much.